Cara claps her hands once. Does anyone want a refill? She says, scooping up empty glasses and abandoned napkins. She tops off Maria's wine, hands Carole a fresh glass of water, refills Tanya and Nicole's cocktails. Don holds Biscuit like a newborn, tipping his hat. The West is proud of y'all for your efforts. Gionni rolls his eyes. All right, Don, the race is over. You don't have to pretend to be a cowboy anymore. Don lifts his chin. I ain't pretending. I'm transforming. Cara grins and keeps tidying. Christina has wandered over to the snack table and is doing something absolutely illegal. She's eating the garnishes. Cara's carefully arranged lemon slices, gone. The mint sprigs meant for cocktails, she's chewing them like gum. The decorative maraschino cherries, she's popping them like Skittles. Michelle catches her mid-crime. Christina! What are you doing? Christina freezes, a whole mint sprig hanging out of her mouth like a cigarette. Refreshing my palate, she says, dead serious. Liz covers her face. You're a menace. Christina shrugs, still chewing. If Cara didn't want me eating it, she shouldn't have made it edible. Christina, she screeches, marching over. Are you eating my garnishes? Christina blinks. They're snacks. They're not snacks, Cara yells. They're decorative. They're for the drinks. They're... Oh my god! Is that my mint? Christina holds up the stem like evidence. It's fresh. I spent 20 minutes arranging that tray. Cara looks ready to throw her into the yard. Bill puts a steady hand on Christina's shoulder. All right, babe, let's step away from the fruit bowl. Christina swats at him. Bill, stop manhandling me. I'm fine. Bill just guides her away like he's wrangling a drunk toddler. Come on, sweetheart. Let's go before you start eating the centerpiece. Christina grumbles the whole way. Michelle wipes tears from her eyes. I swear to God, she's unhinged. Liz just shakes her head, still laughing. She's gonna eat the coasters next. Cara storms into the kitchen like she's about to file a police report, murdering under her breath as she rearranges what's left of her garnish tray. Unbelievable! Unbelievable, she says, slamming a bowl down a little too hard. I host one nice derby party. I put one cute little garnish spread and Christina fucking Butler decides she's Pac-Man. Liz and Michelle hover in the doorway, trying not to laugh. Cara holds up a sad, half-chewed mint sprig like evidence in a courtroom. Look at this! Look at it! She didn't even take the leaves off. She just bit it, like a feral animal. Michelle is wheezing. She said it was refreshing her palate. Cara whips around. Her palate? Her palate? She's drinking tequila out of a mason jar. She doesn't have a palate. Liz covers her mouth, shoulders shaking. Cara keeps going, pacing now, hands flying. Liz finally cracks. Cara, breathe. Cara slams the fridge shut. I can't breathe. I'm hosting. And she's out there eating the goddamn garnishes. Around the house, everyone's loose, flushed, half yelling across the room, drinks refresh, and the chaos mellowing into warm, tipsy chatter. Cara steps into the center of the room, claps her hands once, and raises her voice over the noise. All right, people, listen up. Everyone turns, some slower than others. Cara grins, hands on her hips, fully in host mode again. We survived the race. We survived Don's performance. We survived the emotional damage from everyone's horses. Which means... She sweeps her arm toward the dining table. It's time for the hat contest. Don lifts Biscuit like he's presenting him for competition. Cara points immediately. No, Biscuit is not eligible. Don lowers him, offended. He's wearing a bandana. Still no, Cara says, laughing. She raises her voice again. Ladies, please line up in the living room. We're doing this runway style. I want drama. The ladies in the room start scrambling, adjusting fascinators, fluffing bows, straightening brims, and hyping each other up. The men were shoved to the sidelines as spectators. Gionni plops onto the couch beside Cara, crossing his legs dramatically. We're ready when you are, he says, flipping an imaginary scorecard. Cara grins, eyes sparkling. All right, Derby divas, let's make this stupidly iconic. Sweet, soft-spoken Melissa steps forward first. She looks like a walking Pinterest board. She does a shy little wave. Christina gasps. Aw, she's precious! Someone wrap her in bubble wrap. Melissa blushes and scurries back into line. Nicole struts forward like she's walking into a board meeting she owns. Her hat screams, I have a yacht and a prenup. Tanya screams, hands cupped over her mouth. That's my girl! Kelly whispers. She looks like she's about to fire me, and I'd thank her. Nicole gives a tiny smirk and a finger gun. Kelly staggers forward dramatically. Her head is a chaotic expression of fake flowers. Cara whispers to Gionni. She looks like a woodland fairy who partied too hard. Kelly curtsies like a Victorian child with consumption. Whitney steps forward, walking slow and deadly. Cara covers her mouth. She looks like she's about to win full custody. I'm scared of her, and I love it. Christina squints at the outfit and lifts her drink. This is giving rich widow who did it. Whitney bows politely like she didn't just intimidate the entire room. Christina stomps forward like she's entering WrestleMania, not a living room runway. Cara yells, Christina! What is that? It's art! Christina does another dramatic pose, nearly knocking over a lamp. Michelle struts the floor like it owes her money. Her dramatic white flat hat looks like it might fly away like an angel. Cara claps her hands. Yes! Drama! Michelle bows deeply. Tanya bounces forward in her gray hat. Gionni chuckles. She looks like she's about to seduce a detective in a noir film. Tanya giggles. Liz walks like she's about to fire someone. Her pastel pink hat is manipulative energy. Oh, she's dangerous. Liz smirks. Carla glides forward in a lilac, structured, elegant hat. Gorgeous. Carla blows a kiss. Carole steps forward with a tasteful, classic derby hat. She looks like she's about to judge a baking competition. Carole blushes. Maria smooths her dress, lifts her chin just a touch, and starts down the runway with that graceful, almost floating stride she has. Halfway down the runway, she does a gentle turn, letting the pearls shimmer as she tilts her head just enough to show the hat's shape. Oh my god, she's giving old money ghost who haunts a porch. This is classy as hell. I feel underdressed. Now that's how you work a runway. Get it, Maria? Maria reaches the end of the runway, pauses, and gives a little hat tip. Cara fans herself dramatically. This is elegance. This is grace. Maria steps back into the crowd, cheeks pink. Everyone hyping her up as if it was the best performance they've ever seen. And finally, Marnie steps forward in her dramatic, wide-brimmed black hat, shadowing her eyes just enough to make her look like she's keeping secrets she'll never tell. The hat is bold and cinematic. Yeah, Marnie! This is main character energy, Cara says, clapping. She looks like she's about to inherit a fortune and cut out her entire family. This is power. This is intimidation. This is fashion. Marnie bows. Cara suddenly slaps her palm on the coffee table like she's calling court to order. All right, ladies, she announces. The runway is closed. Judging will now commence. Gionni immediately stands, already holding a stack of satin ribbons like he's the world's most chaotic pageant assistant. Cara clears her throat dramatically. Okay, we have categories, ribbons, and opinions. Let's get started. Cara points at Liz like she's unveiling a scandal. Liz, Renaissance painting, but she'll ruin your life with one sentence. Liz lifts her chin and smirks. You're welcome. Christina claps. Eat 'em up, Liz! Michelle snorts. That hat knows secrets. Cara softens her voice and gestures toward Tanya. Tanya, romantic queen, balcony kiss energy. Tanya blushes. Stop, I'm gonna cry. Kelly giggles. She looks like a love song. Cara snaps her fingers toward her. Nicole, coordination assassin. This hat matched so well it filed taxes with her outfit. Nicole does a perfect little spin. I mean, I try. Dawn nods. Clean look. Respect. Cara gestures like she's revealing a chandelier. Maria, cream hat, pearls, floating like she owns a veranda. Maria covers her face, laughing. Oh my god, stop! I'm embarrassed! Liz points at her. You're glowing, and I'm mad about it. Cara points at Michelle like she's announcing a villain. Michelle, drama hat, feathers, a whole plot twist. Michelle throws both arms up. I came to win! Christina hollers. Villain era! Cara taps the brim of Carla's hat. Carla, this hat is so well built, it needs a permit. Carla laughs and fans herself. I accept this. Brad claps. That's my girl! Cara gives Carole a polite bow. Carole, southern charm, cookies and diplomacy. Carole gives a tiny wave. You guys are too much. Don raises his glass. Ma'am energy. Respectfully. Cara sweeps her arm dramatically. Marnie, theatrical performance, secrets included. Marnie steps forward. I'm honored. Don chats from the back, still in character. That's my girl. Cara points at Christina like she's calling out a menace. Christina, this hat survived 3 collisions and still ate. Christina throws her hands up. I was expressing myself. I mean, it's messy, but it's her messy. Kelly cracks up. Unhinged and beautiful. Cara lifts Melissa's chin gently. Melissa, the most derby correct hat here. Textbook perfection. Melissa curtsies her drink. I studied for this. Carole claps. So classic. Cara gestures like she's presenting a CEO. Whitney, corporate chic with a threat. Whitney crosses her arms and smirks. I accept this narrative. And finally, Kelly, human confetti cannon, pure serotonin. Kelly jumps in place. I love this hat. Whitney laughs. Sunshine in heels. Brad claps hard. She looked like she was having the time of her life. Cara stands up with a giant rosette ribbon and everyone drops into a hush. She holds the ribbon high, letting it sway a little for dramatic effect. Maria freezes mid-sip, and everyone else leans in. Cara stands at the center of the room and points straight at Maria. You're 2026 Derby Hat Champion. Maria! Maria's eyes go wide. She covers her mouth with both hands, laughing and shaking her head like she can't believe it. Liz jumps up first, clapping hard. Yes! Floating queen! Tanya and Nicole grab each other and scream. She deserved it! Christina nearly knocks over her glass. Maria! Get it! Cara steps toward her, ribbon held out like a coronation. Maria tries to protest, laughing. No, stop. I'm gonna cry. Cara ignores her and pins the giant rosette to her dress with exaggerated ceremony. Wear your crown, queen. Maria blushes so hard her ears go pink. Craig steps forward, placing a small kiss on her head. You earned it, honey. Maria laughs, overwhelmed, clutching the ribbon like she's afraid it'll disappear. Okay, she says, breathless. I'll accept my crown. I accept it. I'm honored. Christina interrupts by shoving a drink into her hand. You're drinking. That's what you are. Cara claps her hands lightly. All right, pitcher time. Everybody come in before someone wanders off. Kelly immediately jogs across the room, hat bouncing. I want to be in the front, she says, already squeezing between people. Whitney catches her elbow with a small smile. You're short. You were always going to be in the front. Carla tries to line people up, hands fluttering. Maybe tall in the back? Or, I don't know, hat height? Christina waves her off gently. Just stand somewhere. It's a living room photo, not a catalog. Tanya and Nicole fuss with each other's hair, smoothing flyaways and adjusting curls. Okay, wait. Turn your head a little, Nicole murmurs. Tanya does, smiling. Gionni lifts the phone, squinting at the screen. Okay, almost ready. Michelle, tilt your hat just a little. Perfect. Now, he says, settling into place. All right. 1, 2, and there. The flash pops. The picture comes out slightly crooked, a little crowded, a little imperfect, but it looks exactly like them. Cara's still holding the phone from the group photo, squinting at it like she's checking for smudges. Then she straightens up and gives a soft clap. All right, ladies, we're taking a quick break. Drinks, bathroom, fix your hats, whatever you need. Christina leans against the wall. Man, my feet are killing me. I ain't taking these shoes off, but I want it on record that I'm suffering. Don rubs his hands together. So, we up next? Cara turns toward them, eyebrows raised, grin spreading slow. Oh, absolutely. Ladies had their moment. Now we're moving into the men's bow tie contest. Craig shrugs. I'm here to lose gracefully. Bill gives a tiny resonated smile. Do we walk, or... Cara points at him like he just asked how shoes work. Yes, Bill, you walk. You strut. You give us masculinity with flair. Gionni steps beside her, already in co-host mode. Gentlemen, hydrate. Fix your hats. Stretch if you need to. You're up. Cara moves around the living room, resetting the space the same way she did for the women. The guys start drifting into a loose line near the hallway, each of them adjusting their bow ties. Christina leans back, amused. Look at 'em. They don't know what's about to hit 'em. Whitney sips her drink, eyes narrowed like a judge. I'm ready to critique. I hope they're prepared. Oh my god, look at Don's bow tie, Tanya whispers. Carla leans forward, elbows on her knees. This is gonna be adorable. Cara steps back, surveys the room, and nods once, satisfied. All right, gentlemen, she says, voice smooth and steady. Line up. You're on deck. The guys straighten up, bow ties wobbling. Dawn catches Marnie's eye and gives a little wave. She smiles back, small and soft. Cara glides to the center of the room. Gentlemen, when I call your name, you will walk. You will serve. You will give us bow tie excellence. Christina murmurs, All right, let's see what these bozos got. Michelle crosses her legs, already judging. I'm prepared to be impressed or disappointed. No in between. Cara lifts her hand with a flourish. First up, she lets the silence stretch, milking it. Brad. Brad freezes for half a second, then steps forward like he's entering a courtroom instead of a runway. He straightens his shoulders, takes a breath, and starts walking stiff at first, then loosening as the women start reacting. Liz claps lightly. Okay, Brad, look at you. Christina grins. He's trying so hard. It's cute. Brad does a tiny spin at the end and then steps aside, cheeks pink. Cara gestures smoothly. Next, she glances at her list, then up at the room. Tom. Tom steps forward like he's walking into a dentist appointment. His tiny novelty bow tie bounces with every step. Michelle covers her mouth, trying not to laugh. Oh my god, it's so small. Tanya whispers, It's giving children's birthday magician. Tom pauses at the end of the runway and gives a tiny, awkward nod and retreats. Cara points. Craig. Craig walks like a man who has accepted his destiny. Hands in pockets, zero flourish, zero shame. Liz snorts. This is the energy of a man who clocked out mentally at 4 p.m. Craig stops, shrugs, and steps aside. Cara smiles sweetly. Bill. Bill steps forward with the quiet dignity of someone who did not sign up for this, but doing it anyway because he loves these people. His navy bow tie is perfectly straight. Christina cups her hands around her mouth like she's calling across a baseball field. Look at him! Clean as hell! That's a gentleman, baby! Cara tries not to laugh, biting her lip. Bill's ears turn pink. Christina leans forward, pointing at him like she's spotting a celebrity on the street. You see that bow tie? That's a man who knows how to dress. Bill, show him that side profile. Show him the jawline. Bill does not show the jawline. He keeps walking, polite smile, eyes on the floor. Maria whispers, Oh my god, she's gonna make him trip. Bill reaches the end of the runway and gives the smallest, most embarrassed nod imaginable. Dawn pats him on the back. Craig murders. You okay, man? Brad whispers, She loves you so much, dude. Cara inhales dramatically. And finally, Dawn is already grinning. Dawn. He doesn't walk. He struts. Full Don Donnelly cowboy persona activated. Evening, ladies, he drawls. Name's Don Donnelly, the finest bow tie wrangler this side of Fairfield. Christina murmurs, Look at this man. He's in character. Michelle whispers, This is performance art. Don reaches the end, spins and bows like he's on Broadway. Marnie's breath catches. Oh, Don. Cara steps forward like she's judging a televised competition. She lifts her hand toward Brad. Brad. Bold pattern, confident walk, tiny spin. Strong start. Brad laughs, rubbing the back of his neck. She turns to Tom. Tom. Novelty bow tie. Magician energy. I respect the commitment to whimsy. Tom nods solemnly, like this is a serious honor. Craig. The I didn't ask to be here aesthetic. Surprisingly effective. Craig shrugs. Accurate. Bill. Quiet dignity. The man looks like a wedding invitation. The women murmur approvingly. You tell him, babe. Finally, she faces Don. And Don Donnelly. What can I say? A man who came to entertain. Don tips his hat again. The room quiets and Cara holds up the first ribbon. Best coordination goes to Bill, a man who knows his lane. Bill smiles, small and proud. Yeah, baby! Cara flips the next ribbon, giving it a little shake for drama. Tom, for the novelty bow tie that made us all question reality. Tom bows like a children's entertainer. For the best walk, Brad, the tiny spin that changed lives. Brad fist pumps quietly. Craig, for giving us absolutely nothing, and somehow making it work. Craig nods like this is the only award he'd accept. Cara lifts the final ribbon. And the bow tie champion goes to Don Donnelly for his theatrical performance. Don steps forward, cowboy persona still fully engaged. Well now, he says, I reckon this here's an honor. Cara pins the ribbon to his shirt. Marnie watches him with that soft, glowing look. He catches her eye again. Guests start peeling off into little clusters around the house, grabbing snacks, fixing outfits, and settling into the last stretch of the night, her voice blasting through the room like a fire alarm.
All right, want shots?
Everyone jumps. Christina's already stumbling toward the kitchen, muttering,
I'm making them big, too. None of that babysit bullshit.
Brad is showing Craig how he did the spin. Craig shakes his head. I would have fallen. Dawn claps him on the back. That's why you gotta commit, partner. Christina's banging bottles around like she's bartending at a dive bar. Bill hovers behind her, trying to help without enabling. Maybe smaller shots? She spins, eyes wide.
Bill, sweetheart, love of my life, get out of my bar. Shots are ready, you cowards.
The shot line forms fast. Liz and Michelle first, Kelly and Whitney giggling behind them, Tanya and Nicole linking arms like they're about to enter a theme park ride. Everyone's buzzing, loose, and ready for whatever Christina is about to pour. Cara steps outside with a trash bag, starts clearing cups and napkins off the patio table, muttering to herself about how people can't aim for a bin to save their lives. She turns to the French doors and freezes. Christina is behind the bar in the kitchen. Cara's voice drops into a horrified whisper. Oh God, something is gonna go wrong. Christina is already in motion, stumbling sideways, grabbing the counter for balance, sloshing tequila everywhere like she's baptizing the bar. She squints at the bottle, confused. Why is it moving? She mutters, tilting her head like the liquor is personally disrespecting her. Then she tries to pour, and the bottle misses the shot glass by a solid 3 inches, tequila splashing across the bar mat, her hand, and the floor. Michelle sees it through the doorway and gasps. Oh my God! She's doing, fuck my drink part 2! Christina steadies herself, plants both feet, and announces to no one. I got it this time! Bill lifts his chin. That's the face she makes right before something hits the floor. She leans too forward, loses her balance, and half falls onto the bar, catching herself with one elbow and knocking over a stack of plastic cups that scatter like bowling pins. Cara points to the floor. Christina! Leave the fucking cups alone! Christina pops back up. I'm fine! I'm bartending! Cara presses her forward to the glass of the French doors. Oh my God, she whispers. She's gonna set the house on fire with tequila. Christina tries to pour a shot, misses the glass entirely, and the bottle slips. It hits the counter, bounces, and then crashes to the floor, exploding in a puddle of tequila and glass. Michelle gasps, staring at the puddle. My tequila! Cara slams the door open. You're making a mess, you maniac! Christina points to the floor like she's discovering it for the first time. Aw, shit! Bill appears instantly, like he teleported. All right, sweetheart. Come on, away from the glass. He lifts her gently by the elbows, steering her out from behind the bar before she steps in the shards. Gionni slides in right behind him with a broom and a towel, already crouched. I got the glass, he says. Bill, get her out of the splash zone. Cara throws her hands up. She knocked over a full bottle, Gionni. I see that, he says, sweeping. I'm choosing peace. Christina leans heavily into Bill, eyes half closed. I'm sorry, baby. The bottle was slippery, all right? It wasn't slippery, Bill says. You were sideways. Gionni wipes up the tequila, wrings out the towel, and stands. Okay, he says. Bar is safe. Christina is contained. Christina wobbles. I didn't mean the bottle was... It was fine until you touched it, Cara snaps, stepping around the glass. You're done. You're cut off. And you're leaving. Now. Bill's already got both hands on Christina's arms, steadying her. All right, babe. Come on. Let's get you home. Christina blinks at him, confused and offended.
Home? It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, Bill says, calm but firm. And you're hammered. Cara points to the puddle on the floor. My floor smells like a damn bar fight. Christina gasped. I said I was sorry, all right? You said nothing, Cara fires back. You just yelled about shots and knocked over a $40 bottle. Bill gently turns Christina toward the door. Let's go, sweetheart. You made a mess, Cara says, and now you're going home. Gionni wipes the last of the tequila, stands, and nods at Bill. She's good to move. Bill nods back, guiding Christina toward the entryway. Christina calls over her shoulder, dramatic and slurred.
I love you all. I'm sorry for the tequila.
Liz yells from the shot line.
We love you, but get out.
Cara opens the front door for them, still muttering, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Jesus Christ. Marnie and Dawn make their slow loop through the house, fingers loosely linked. Marnie pauses here and there, giving small hugs, leaning in close to speak quietly. Michelle reaches over to hug Marnie. You both look great tonight. Really. Dawn gives her a small nod. Appreciate it. Good night, Tanya says, wiping her hands on a towel. Nicole gives Dawn a small grin. Nice walk, by the way. Her meets them at the door. Dawn, she says, softer now. Thank you for the whole Don Donnelly performance. It really kept things fun. He gives her a small shrug, smiling. Happy to help. Cara turns to Marnie, her expression gentler. I hope you had a good time tonight. Marnie nods. I did. Thank you. Craig waves. All right, we're heading out. Michelle is swinging her legs from the counter. Good night, Craig. Liz squeezes Maria's hand. You were gorgeous out there. Maria laughs quietly, brushing at her eyes. Thank you. Cara walks them to the door, touching Maria's shoulder. Get home safe, sweetheart. Carole gathers her things neatly, tucking a container of leftover cookies under her arm. Carole offers a warm smile. Thank you for having us, dear. Everything was wonderful. Cara returns the smile. I'm glad you came. Drive safe. Tom gives a small nod to the group. Good night, everyone. Tanya, wiping down the bar, glances up. Night, Tom. They slip out quietly, closing the door behind them. Gionni stands at the counter, quietly packing leftovers into containers, stacking lids, and wiping down surfaces. Cara moves beside him, gathering serving spoons, folding up half-empty chip bags, nudging stray cups into the trash. She nudges a tray toward him. Just put whatever fits. I'll do with the rest tomorrow. He nods, sliding another container into the fridge. You did good tonight, he says, not looking up. Even with the... Cara huffs a tired laugh. Yeah, it was a lot, but it was a good night. Carla stands at the island, picking up the leftover appetizers, nibbling on a cracker with one hand while holding her water glass in the other. Brad leans against the counter beside her, eating a cold mini quiche straight from the tray. Carla glances at him, amused. You're going to regret eating that. Brad shrugs, taking another bite. It's good, and I'm starving. She smiles, brushing crumbs off her fingers. You did great tonight, by the way. He gives a small, shy grin. Thanks. You looked beautiful. Carla bumps her shoulder lightly against his. They continue picking through the leftovers, quiet and content. The kitchen lights are dimmer now, warm against the counters where Gionni and Cara have been quietly packing leftovers. Cara wipes her hands on a dish towel, glances around toward the room, and steps forward a little. All right, my loves, she says, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for being here. Really, you made it a good one. Gionni closes the container, sets it in the fridge, and nods in agreement. Thanks for coming, everyone. Grab food if you want it. There's plenty. Guests start moving, gathering bags and jackets, finishing last sips. Carla leans in toward Cara. Thank you for tonight. Everything was really lovely. She squeezes Cara's arm before stepping back to help Brad gather their things. Good seeing you, man. Get home safe. We had a really good time, Winnie says, as they pass Cara. Kelly gives a small wave. Night, guys. On the other side of the couch, Melissa sets her empty wine glass down on the table and stands, stretching her back. Tanya and Nicole rise with her, collecting their sweaters from the arm of the couch. Tanya gives Cara a soft smile. Thanks for hosting. It was perfect. Nicole nods in agreement, slipping her arms into her jacket. Thank you. Cara hugs them both, tired but warm. Thanks for tonight, Liz says, voice low but sincere. It was really nice. Cara reaches out and gives her arm a gentle squeeze. I'm glad you came. Shell leans her hip against the counter, setting her empty glass down. You two really pulled it off, she says, nodding toward both Cara and Gionni. Everything looked great. Food was perfect. And the bow tie thing was hilarious. Gionni winked. Glad it landed. Michelle smirks. Someone had to keep the entertainment going. Cara laughs under her breath, then steps forward to hug her. Thank you for being here, and for not letting me lose my mind. Liz leans in for her own hug, softer, lingering a moment. Get some rest, okay? Cara nods. Yeah, you too. Gionni walks them toward the door, holding it open as they slip their shoes on. Drive safe. he says, giving them both a small nod. Michelle adjusts her jacket. We will. Text if you need anything tomorrow. Liz gives a final wave, stepping out onto the porch. Good night, guys. Night, Cara says, watching them head down the walkway before gently closing the door behind them. The house is finally still. They turn back toward the quiet house and start the final cleanup together.